is now.
Witness the beauty of the world we have created. Humanity's chance to repent.
Against all the evil that hell can conjure, all the wickedness that mankind can produce, we will send unto them only you.
Saving your people will not bring you peace. Only make the burden you carry worse.
For millennia we have survived, made others sacrifice in the name of our prosperity. Who are you, a human, to defy our traditions?
Seek to stop this.
You are nothing but a usurper, a false idol.
The only thing they fear is you.
Here we go. What is going on, all y'all? What's up, Hugo? How you doing, buddy? Oh, still muted.
It's been a long time.
It has. Feels like 150, maybe 250 years or something like that.
I know.
Right?
It's crazy.
Yeah. How you been? Just drinking out of ball jars, living your best life, or what's going on?
Still drinking out of mason jars, yes.
Nice.
How am I? Am I centered? Am I centered good?
A little bit to your right. Yep.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm doing good, man.
What you been up to? How the last? Yeah, I was gonna say because last time we did this was like we did the kind of the tee up for the Barons of Battle Mode. We got to see Zan, the Superior Slayer life form, go head to head with Hugh and Simple at QuakeCon, and of course before that we were joined by Marty in my really fancy living room. Did you guys like that living room for when we?
It was amazing. It was amazing. I mean, the setup. I mean, I know where that is. Like,
yeah.
You know, and it's kind of fascinating that they got it to look like that. Not that area where it is actually really cool by itself,
Sure.
but no, that was really cool.
Yeah. That was fun.
Very, very good show.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was fun. So then what after QuakeCon? I mean, it sucked that we couldn't do QuakeCon for real again. I'm so sick of this.
I know.
So irritating. But hopefully next year,
yeah,
we can do it. I think we'll be able to.
I mean, when we started this stream, what feels like 100 years ago. Remember, this is back when you still had Vanuel Hayden. You know,
yes.
you were like, look, everybody's gonna hop in the van. We're gonna go fishing. It's gonna be great. And I mean, so much time has passed. You don't even have Daniel Hayden. You have a new truck beast now in your life. That's how much time has passed. Yeah.
I do. I have. I bought a truck. It's pretty badass. So
Nice.
finally,
I like how you say finally, like it was like one of these days a truck was gonna come. It's gonna fall out of the Texan sky right into my front yard.
Well, because I drove that car for like 11 years,
Oh, yeah.
and it's a Honda, so the Honda Element, that thing was never gonna die.
I love
So
that thing. Looks like you're
eventually-
driving like a big Duracell battery down the street. I love that car.
yeah, it's Tupperware on wheels. But
Yeah,
it's good. So yeah, man, just and no real gaming going on right now, dude,
Okay.
because we have the update 666 that's coming has so much shit in it that all I do is play Doom all day long, constantly, and
Yeah.
that's not a problem. But Horde is coming out really awesome. The score stuff around on Horde is really going to get people. Like it's very that's the loop. That's the addiction
Okay.
loop. Like it's good. If we want to shoot your shit a little bit about
Yeah,
Horde,
yeah.
we're not announcing anything. I'll just tell you that
Until we are.
iterate on the stuff that we already talked about. Like,
Yeah.
but as we've been playtesting it a while. It's like it's not just getting through the experience, which is fun because it's Doom combat and it's everything you love about Doom Eternal and the best arenas and a celebration of everything that is the game over, and it encompasses maps from everywhere.
Nice.
But the main thing, like DLCs and different things. It uses DLC AI as well, but the
good to
real
hear.
fun part is getting through the experience and getting the highest score. And the meta, the game around like killing the high value targets fast enough that you get them while they're gold and they're worth the most amount of money. When you do that, you unlock a power up that gives you 4x damage, a multiplier to your score. So there's like multiple incentives on killing the high value targets quickly. Getting all of the traversal coins when they're gold. So not only just completing the traversal and grabbing all the coins, but doing it perfectly. The blitz rounds, killing all the demons while they're gold. Again, everything has like a time pressure to it. So it's very much, I would call it, Josh, like almost an arcade horde mode.
Arcade
I mean,
Horde?
it's kind
I
of,
love that.
yeah, it kind of does take. I mean, we don't call it that officially, but it is kind of that. It's kind of arcade horde, and so that having the perfect run and getting the highest score is definitely where the replay value comes in. We also have just a ton of cool cosmetics that you'll unlock some Master levels by completing challenges and whatnot. So plus the leaderboards.
Yeah.
So it's cool. We're working on some of that randomization. The high value targets change sometimes and TBD, but we might actually be able to change some of the encounters a little bit too. Some of the heavies. So but right now the high value targets definitely change, which is a lot. Like the mode kind of, one of the highlights of the mode is killing the high value targets.
Yeah.
But so that's been just a blast to play. There's other shit that I'm not going to talk about. That's been a blast to play. Talk about that later.
Okay.
We'll have to figure out, Josh, where and how in our schedule we will kind of dole out. I don't think we have anything planned today, so we'll just talk today and play. But like when we're going to sprinkle in the new stuff, because we still, despite everything we announced at QuakeCon, there's still more shit to talk about. And it's huge.
There's some tasty nuggets.
There's some tasty nuggets. People are going to be like, holy shit. So
speaking of, here, let's pop up the schedule real quick. So we've got 3 straight weeks of streams that are nonstop every Thursday. Set your calendar. So right now we're going to do Cultist Base in a minute in the master level. Next week's R Complex. Then we're going back to basics and having the ultimate Gen X sweat lord, of course, Hugo Martin, taking on the entire world out there in chat. And then we take a week off and we actually are going to show a sneak peek of Horde mode on October 7th. So that is that's pretty exciting. We got 2 more weeks to kind of tease some stuff up, and then we're just gonna be able to do a little show and a little less tell, which will be fun on October 7th.
And I was a little torn about Horde mode 2 showing it, because I don't know, chat, whether or not it's better for you guys to experience it fresh or so. I would just say tune in, know that there'll be some spoilers. I'm gonna go over some like consider it almost an instructional, because there's going to be, the more times you play it, the more you figure it out, the
Yeah.
better you get at it. So anybody who tunes in to watch, I'm going to kind of like fast forward you a little bit. You'll
Gotcha.
know a few things, but I mean, these things you would know anyway. You just
Yeah.
have to play through it. But yeah, it should be cool. And then Battle Mode 2.0, which has been really awesome. I mean, the streak system around Battle Mode that we've implemented, you want to be able to get as many wins as you can in a row. There's a certain number attached to it. Then you get you cash in a streak card. It really turns an evening of Battle Mode into a competitive, almost tournament-like experience. We've kind of shortened it so it's like a nice couple of games of engagement. Cash in a streak card. We keep track of it. We have streak-based matchmaking. It incentivizes staying in matches. It penalizes lobby dodging. It really resolves a lot of things, and it increases and enhances the drama around an evening of play of Battle Mode. I think Battle Mode has always kind of felt like, in summary, almost like a treadmill where you kind of stay on it, but then you can kind of come off, and there's not really an incentive to come back. Yeah, you make friends on Spicy Demons, you play, it's sweaty, it's fun.
Yeah.
But I think this turns it into like a loop where like it's kind of
it has its own like built-in rewards that are like
That's
actual
right.
little, like in-game stuff now, right?
Yep, and it loops back in on itself. As you progress, you get more streak cards cashed in, you get increase in rank. Again, you're getting matched
you're
now.
talking about ranks, so you're talking about leaderboards too, not just for Horde, but also for all the Battle Mode 2.0 stuff, which is super exciting. Yeah.
Which will be huge, and I fully expect Spicy Demons and all of the guys out there to be all over the tops of the leaderboards. And be careful, anybody who wants to pull shenanigans, because this is a tight-knit community.
Yeah.
And they will see. I'm sure that everybody will be checking to see who is the top 50 on the leaderboards in Battle Mode. It'll be hard to hide in Battle Mode if you're messing around.
Yeah, Excelsior asked penalize lobby dodging. I think we have a system that's in this too. Yeah.
No, well, it basically, like, if you dodge in a lobby, you forfeit a match, and the whole point of the mode is being able to string together what I believe is 4 wins in a row.
Yeah.
So once you leave, you're basically taking an L, and you're out of the tournament. So it's kind of like this loop that you get in. It's very fun. We've been playing it.
Pablo on
the
YouTube
feedback
says, "You guys are killing me with all the teasing. I love it. Please never stop."
Yeah, and it's just, there's so much more to reveal with Battle Mode 2.0 related to that. So I think wait till you guys see it. I really think it creates an engagement loop around Battle Mode that Battle Mode is needed. Yeah. And it's an awesome framework. It really increases the drama. Like, when you get down to that last match, you have one more match to win before you cash in your streak card. You're in the tops of the leaderboard. You got to get one more to break to the top 10, and you win the match. It just feels amazing.
Yeah.
And then what I like about it too is it kind of makes you could stop playing in the evening at that point. You know what I mean? It's a nice, like,
that's true.
If
It gives
you
you like a carrot and like a beginning, middle, and end kind of, right?
That's it. It gives you like an evening's worth of objectives for Battle Mode. And if you want to get back on the tournament circuit again and try again, because good players will do it. And I mean, Zan's going to cash in a streak card in fucking 30 minutes. So like,
if you don't already have Zan as like a booster, you're messing up, because that has free XP.
So it's going to be awesome. And then the master levels, they're both coming along really well. One of them is too hard right now. Okay. I think to the chat. We're not getting harder than Tarasabad. Like, we flirted with it. Like, right now, one of them is harder than anything we've ever done, and like, I don't think it's fun. Like, I think it's beyond hard. Yeah. So like, we're gonna scale one of them back.
Okay.
You trust me when I say this is not. The cool thing about Horde is the end of Horde. There's no discussion of balance. Like, whoever goes there and makes it there and plays on Nightmare, do not cry to us about balance and difficulty, because it is set to psycho hard.
Like you asked for, right? Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, it's the tippy top of the experience. I mean, like, people who beat it on Nightmare and get the highest score and kill all the high value targets and do everything and stick the landing on Horde. This is the top tier, Emperor Palpatine levels of Jedi. Yeah, like
this is the, like, you don't have to move with your body, you just move with your mind type. Okay.
Yeah, this is Bloodshot and a handful of dudes, which is great. I mean, I say that, and like, I know that lots of people are going to be able to do that. But by the way, like, you get rewarded for however many battle BFG shots you use or one ups you use. We give you lots of 1-ups. We give you lots of BFG
Oh,
shots.
so you get any 1-up you have in the like it's kind of like old shmup rules, right? Like if you have the super bomb and you don't use them, you get points for that. So that's another ad, which is cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's comprised of three large overarching missions, 3 acts, so to speak, several missions and objectives and blitz rounds and traversal rounds and bonus rounds, waves, arenas, and all kinds of shit in each mission. And at the end of each mission, I believe it's the end of the mission, we tally up however many. Actually, it might even be at the end of each wave. I don't know. I'll have to see. But we tally up however many BFG shots you have left and 1-ups you have, and you get bonus. You get a bonus
for that. Love it.
Yeah. So at the end of the experience, you're really going to want to save that stuff. But if you're not great and you don't happen to be one of those crazy speed runners, just fucking use them. Like, because
get through it and get those rewards. Yeah.
This is for like the people who really want to get to the tippy top of the leaderboard and really care and want like the very best score. Then don't use them. But the average person, like I use them. I'm pretty salty when I use a 1-up, but like,
sure,
I'm not.
But that's the beauty, right? Is like in all the replayability, there's like figuring out, getting your feet wet, figuring out like how the whole thing works. So you want to use everything at your disposal. Just use it all, burn it all, get through it, hopefully get some rewards, and then you start challenging yourself to go, okay, can I do it without using any BFG? Okay, I can or I can't. Okay, can I do it without using any BFG and keeping every single 1-up like available? And then again, like the timing of everything. Can I do it fast enough to get all the high priority targets, to do everything so that everything's gold and it doesn't start decreasing in value? That sounds fun.
Essentially, Arcade Horde is kind of the best runs will look like a perfect run out of like American Ninja Warrior, that show.
I love that.
It'll look like that. It'll just be like people like they mastered every moment, and like because you have to also know like exactly when the high value target's out, so you're ready. So like that just comes. So the replay value, like you're basically rewarded for the more times you play. You learn more about what to expect. You make better runs.
Yeah.
By the way, they'll be with Battle Mode 2.0's sort of streak system, which, by the way, Josh and I will probably have a thing where we'll show you like a UI layout in one of the streams. So we could like explain it and stuff. So more on that to come. But
it'll make more sense later. Yeah,
it'll make more sense. There is lost forgiveness, just so people know. Like it doesn't have to be a perfect run. It's a tournament. You get a couple of lost forgivenesses because we want people turning in street cards. I mean, it's fun to turn in street cards. It's really going to come down to who turns in the most street cards. And at the end of the season, like any other sort of competitive, themed mode, you're going to have rewards that you get to carry into the next season, whatever rank you had when the season ended, and you can show off to everybody, how good you are. So
there's like more continuity to all that stuff, which is cool.
There is. Yeah. And then I'm still not even talking about some of the coolest shit that I'm playtesting that we can't talk about. So
we will.
It's
eventually.
But I've got Doom coming out of my eyeballs.
Hey.
And I gotta
What's
be
that
honest.
In your eyes? Is that some Doom? What is that?
Yeah, I was pretty salty today because I was stuck. I was playing a master level like, fuck this room, and
we've never been stuck on stream though, so that must have been totally a new weird experience for you.
No, this was beyond stuck. We really do with the base campaign master levels at this point. I just miss the DLC AI. That's the biggest thing. Like, and there's only so many fucking tyrants you can spawn until you're just like, God damn it.
Until you're like, okay, how many towers do I take down? But like, you start to miss those things like the Curse Prowler and how that can change things. You miss the Armor Baron because it's just the single greatest AI of all time. You just miss all these little things. Yeah. Yeah.
Occasionally, like I'll read. I understand when you make something so focused for a core audience like the DLCs.
Yeah.
By the way, DLC 2's got a big combat pass with the update. That's like, we're doing we agree, fans. I've always agreed that there are parts of DLC 2 that just get thin. Pacing aside, like I just think objectively.
Oh, we're talking about upping the ante a little bit. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, I guess. But honestly, some of the parts, they're not even like, there's just nothing there. So like, I think
I see.
Yeah, it's like filling out and upping the ante a little bit. Like I think extending some of the fights so you don't have that feeling of like that's it. Like
right, like in this really cool area. I'm done. Okay.
So there's a couple of spots where we pepper in some more combat, fill it out. Jerry Keehan worked on that. I'm actually
Nice.
playtesting that tomorrow, and yeah, so people could look forward to that. Run back through DLC 2. Yeah, I've always agreed with that, fans. Like I've never, there's been videos made of like, what does he mean with pacing DLC 2? No, like there's pacing, and then there's just the fact that some of DLC 2 feels a little thin.
Sure.
That's accurate.
Update 6.66 getting thick.
Yeah, it is.
2C's thick. That's getting okay.
It's getting crazy. And
I like it.
no, but the master level of World Spear is fucking crazy. It's
this is
yeah,
what we were always talking about, right? So using the
It's
hammer
so good.
plus master level. That's what we've always wanted to see.
it's just mayhem. Like, cause you just charge and smash and charge and smash and more dudes and smash and like it feels like you just get to this point like smash. Like there's just so much shit.
Sometimes you're just hitting it so you can breathe, even if there's nothing around. You're like, hey.
It's cool because the hammer, I just there's so much more juice to squeeze out of the hammer. Like it's and because it's only in the DLC like, and it really allows us to just it's almost impossible to have too many guys. Yeah, it really is.
Yeah,
because you just fucking hammer slam things.
Right.
Like so that it's kind of crazy how crazy it gets. We do a lot in World Spear to fuck with the movement and your spaces. Like we try to pace it out where there's the arenas that just run around, floor it, go crazy. We're not going to put fog. We're not going to put lasers. We're not going to put hazards.
Yeah.
But then we do a lot of that. There's a lot of spaces that we say, hey, look, here's a wide open space. Here's lots of dudes. And now deal with this. Like there's a lot of that shit going on. Brandon Souders designed this. Nice. I thought Brandon Souders has fucking killed it. Brandon Souders has been with the company for a very long time. Principal designer and just amazing.
Hell yeah. And it's awesome to see Peep step up and fill those shoes. And what better way to do it than, God, that is like the ultimate playground is that DLC master level. That's
absolutely
all the options on the table.
I think he's senior designer, and now Marty's going to say, like, what the hell is wrong with you?
He's like, did you just promote him on stream?
Jesus Christ.
You're like, I guess I did.
I'll find out.
Okay.
I'll find out for sure. But no, he's Brandon's he killed it. And
Nice.
and that's it. That and my screaming child behind me. Can you hear that?
Yep.
Do you see that?
Yep. Sometimes, usually when you're like, my dog's barking, I'm like, I can't even hear it. That time you're like, my kid's screaming, I'm like, it's like he's with me.
So,
it's like
so you can hear it. You heard it.
See it.
Yeah.
The whole circus is live. Speaking of which, I got a friend that just happened to show up. Let me know if you can see this friend on your monitor.
I'm delayed, so
Okay.
or wait, let me switch to no, I can't see you on my Discord. Okay,
Can
so
you
let me look
see
at the
me on. How do I have this backwards? Jesus, how do I hold the thing? Look
How
at
do I
that boy?
Hold
Look
on,
at
I'm
that
gonna put
beauty.
you. I can never see your Discord, so I'm gonna just.
Do you have the
I just
stream
have
up?
to. Hold
I'm just
on.
gonna hold it here for as long as needs holding.
Oh, dude,
There it is.
man, dude,
at
how
this.
do I get those?
The gear
So,
store,
Josh-
it just went on sale today. I think the pre-order just started.
Now,
Look at
is that part
boy.
of the whole series, the mini series?
Yeah. So remember, we have like the two kind of things going on in parallel. So we've got these boys, which are like the minis these are like the kind of heavy duty ones. These actually like weigh a lot, and I don't know. I think these are like made out of resin or something. These are like the super like, I'll say the like this is like the collectors that wear a top hat or have like the racks, like they're ready for this shit. You know what I mean? This isn't like the middle of the mall collector stuff. But for middle of the mall, it gets bigger and it gets a little cheaper in products. But who effing cares? Because don't you just want them both? Because take a look.
Oh my god.
Take a look.
Yeah,
It's like,
it's
what?
amazing.
There's no problems here. I don't have any problems with either of these two beautiful boys. Look at these. And they kiss. So, I mean, like, yeah, the mini boys are kind of like heavy duty and they're a little bit more expensive, but they're like, these are like those like collectors, like hand painted boys. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But yeah, the Arachnotron, dude, it just hit today. The pre-order just started today on the Gear Store. Check them out. Look at that.
Dude, it's so good.
Like, to finally have this stuff in real life, right? After, like, the team of artists that we have are so talented. And it's like, you just want every single thing that they do in game, out of game, somehow in a collectible form. And finally, like I feel like we're really doing it this time with Eternal. You know what I mean? Look at that.
Only 2 years from launch, Josh. Right on schedule.
I mean, you know, these things take time, right? I think we're doing okay. We're doing okay. But
No,
yeah,
dude,
right.
and do you know, Josh? Like they gotta be doing well. I mean, relatively speaking, right?
I mean, we sell out of every one that we do, and like, God, this boy right here, this Kako, he was however much he cost. By the way, his eye looks crazy because of the green screen, so ignore that.
Yeah.
His eye looks great in real life.
I'm not gonna lie, Josh.
Yeah.
When I saw the black eye, I was already like, got some notes for tomorrow.
You're like,
It's
so,
why
what the-
is the
happy
eye
with the
black?
Kakadem's eye. Like, why are you yelling at this guy? This guy isn't even the right person to talk to. Oh, no.
Yeah.
But no, it's just because the green screen. That's why he's all green screen out. But this
Yeah,
boy sold out, like, I think he sold out the fastest. And then he was on eBay for like $500 or something. And then he was restocked for like 5 seconds, maybe a month ago. Sold out again. And now he's back on eBay for, I don't know how much, but it's a lot more than his price.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they're doing okay, I think. I think they're selling out and they're doing okay. And like, yeah, I like how some of them are bigger too. Like you got the Doom Hunter here. Look at that boy. There you go. There's the focus.
No, it's-
A double chainsaw. Look at that. That N64 reference.
I'm behind you, so hold on.
I'm just rotating this.
All
board
right,
by hand.
hey, really quick chat. What do I think of Proteus Horde mode? I love it. You
yeah.
know, there's no, we love it. There's no doubt that we love all the mods. We think
Yeah.
they're all great. They're not officially part of what we do. We just love them.
But yeah, Prote.
Oh my
Kaiser, all
god,
these
dude!
guys.
I could see it,
The
dude.
Doom
Look
Hunter?
at that Doom Hunter.
I know.
Fuck, that looks awesome, dude.
I know, and look like
Oh my god, look how good that looks, Josh.
they look incredible. Here, let me get just the Cyber Demon up there.
I'm not. By the way, like, what do I need to do? Like, I gotta get back. Like, I used to get shit all the time, but
Yeah.
because of COVID, like, it's
Yeah.
been a while. Like, it would come to the office. Like, they would ship it to the office.
It might still be. That's the thing is you might get back to the office and just be like, holy shit, it's the entire collection. It's Christmas. I don't know. I don't know what the situation is with that. We have to check. We have to figure it out. But dude, the Gear Store's
yeah.
been killing it. Killing it.
This is. It's amazing. Rabbit Tunes, we take Twitch questions. We just do it kind of sporadically.
Yeah. We're here for it.
That is amazing, dude.
Can you believe, by the way, that like with all of this crazy shit going on, like the Matrix trailer, I haven't even seen the new one. I just saw
No,
that
I
it was
haven't.
the website where you choose the red or the blue pill. But I
Yeah.
guess the trailer just dropped today. But like, doesn't that come out next month? Isn't that happening? Is that right?
I hope not. That's gonna melt my brain. Is
I
that
know.
real?
I think it is. Hold on. Matrix
Jesus
4,
Christ.
right? Matrix 4 release date.
I guess so.
December 22nd.
That's weird.
Holy.
So that PR shot of him where he looks kind of like John Wick,
Mm-hmm.
is that just fan made or is that really from the trailer? I didn't even watch the trailer.
I haven't either, so I can't confirm nor deny. Chat.
Yeah.
What's the truth? Tell us the truth. Was that John Wick looking mofo? Was that a John Wick like super imposed thing? It's fake. It's him. Okay, I don't know. It's real. It's real. Okay, it looks like it's real. Yeah, Dune's coming out. Like just for since this is we're still in the safe space of the nerd zone before we go directly into the middle of Gen X energy and we do Cultist Base Master Level. I'm just going to review 3 things on the nerd radar that are happening in the next 3 months.
Do it.
October, Dune comes out in theaters and also on HBO Max because we're doing promotion for anybody supporting this nerdy shit.
Completely.
Number two, Cowboy Bebop live action comes
Which is
out
crazy.
on Netflix, which is crazy. Could go either way, but we're all here for it. It comes out on November on Netflix. And then in December, this new Matrix comes out in theaters and on HBO Go. Like 3 months in a row, 3 of the biggest like sci-fi and anime and just alt stuff that we've all been like craving to see, just spending all this money on. Hollywood has said, we hear you, we see you, and they're giving it to us. So I'm here for it. It's gonna be good.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
It's a good time to be a middle-aged nerd.
I tell you what, they're really catering to us these days. Feels like.
Okay, cool. You want to play?
Let's do it. Yeah, the Dune casting, like they're saying, is insane. Yeah, let's jump right into it. All right, so we are gonna do Cultist Base Master
Lights
Level.
annoying me.
You good?
Yes, I'm good.
All right, I'm switching over
Mess-
to gameplay. We're gonna reset here. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Let me get to. I was actually playing, so I'll just reset.
Okay. Or we can pick up from where you left off. It's up to you, man.
Nah.
Okay.
We'll do accept.
The new trailer, yeah, that's right. So, 10 Ikiside was just mentioning from Twitch chat was saying, in the new trailer for God of War and Spider-Man, Matrix, and also the new Insomniac is doing a Wolverine game that just got announced today in the Sony PlayStation 5 like showcase. Like,
Which is kind of crazy.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's never been a better time to be a nerd. It's the greatest. If
there was ever a studio that I'd want to see.
Game sound should be good now. Thank you for the shout. All good. Doomslayer Gaming on YouTube says, Josh, where'd you get that jacket? This was also from the gear store, the North American one. I don't know if they're going to restock them, but if you look in the gear store, if you go to Doom, you'll see even the sold out stuff. You can see them in there. There was like 2 different alts.
How's my camera? I just moved the TV a little bit.
Camera's pretty good. You might want to just scoot yourself barely to your right, just a little scotch. Yep, I think that's it. Ooh, yep, maybe just barely more because I'm OCD. Yeah, that's feeling good. Oh yeah, Knights of the Old Republic, the Star Wars game, is getting a full remake also. That was announced today. Like, I'm telling you, dude. It's just like, is it all of our birthdays collectively? How does this keep happening? Like, all of a sudden, all this stuff. Oh yeah, you know what I'm forgetting? Somebody mentioned in chat, Disney has all this crazy stuff happening too. So there's the movie that's out right now that everybody is like losing their mind over, which looks great. I still haven't had a chance to see it. But also, I think the book of, what's it called? Boba Fett is like December? Chat, when is that? That's soon, right? And then Mandalorian, next season, season 3 is like soon. It's just like, the hits just keep coming. Yeah, it is really like the nerd year. Game audio, you guys should have game audio, yeah? Confirm that you do, please. Let me know. Audio is fine. You have it? Okay, cool. Thank you guys. Appreciate. Oh yeah, Top Gun Maverick. When is that coming out? John Bloor on YouTube. Because I feel like Top Gun Maverick is one of those ones they were like ready to release before COVID, and then it got pushed so many times I don't remember. Oh yeah, God, I almost forgot. Did you see, Hugo, that Atari just mentioned on YouTube that Dead Space remake is happening too, which is just like...
Oh my God, dude, that was so stupid.
That one didn't happen. We're just talking about new releases. Really
yeah.
New Dead Space remake? Let's go. And they got the same actor that plays Isaac. It's just gonna be so good. Yeah, original Dead Space is like what that game did for the way that they didn't do a UI and they built it all into his gun and hit the back of his spine for health and stuff. Just so ahead of its time. And also, like, my God, all those death sequences. Some amazing jump scares and some really good gore in that game. And also just the character design is nuts in that game. That was
amazing
like
game.
One of those like PlayStation 3, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, like it was like BioShock, Dead Space. There were just a few of those games where you were like, you have to play these. These are like must play.
I'm trying to master my Heatwave Blast, so excuse me while I do this for a second.
No, that makes sense.
Oh, dude, what are you talking about? They're not saving my progress. Oh, because I didn't finish the mode. Oh, God, that is so annoying.
Wait, it said you got 1 out of 30 for some master.
No, I was working on it before we started the stream because I wanted, and then like it didn't save it.
It didn't save your progress because you didn't actually complete the level.
It's irritating.
Shnikes. Well, that's why we're here. We started from the bottom and now we're here. What's going on, Diva? Okay, what is this? Here's a question from Del10K. Hugo, I have a question. Is Valen's left arm prosthetic, or is it an armored sleeve he keeps on? It looks like a bionic arm, which is pretty cool.
It's a bionic arm. He lost it in battle.
Ooh!
What battle, how, where, TBD. But I just thought it would be cool, like, you know, badass warrior with no arm.
Love it.
Kind of a thing.
Yeah. That was a spicy quick answer. I like that. Yeah, and if anybody's just tuning in, we are playing Cultist Base Master Level on Nightmare. There's giant Gen X energy in the room on the stream, and this is Hugo Martin, game director of Doom Eternal, playing with an inverted controller, but not just any controller. He has an Xbox Elite 2 controller, right? Isn't that what it's called?
Yes.
Back paddles and all.
And we're still waiting for Xbox to send us the royalties.
One fine day. Dude, did you see, speaking of which, you saw that the Master Chief, like, Halo Infinite Elite 2 controller? Like, they just started selling that, and I was like, ooh, I wish I wouldn't have just gotten an Elite 2 controller, because I would have totally gotten the Halo one.
That is kind of amazing.
Yeah, it's sick. That looks really good. Check if you can use a mastery token on Heat Blast. That's true, you might have a mastery token.
I don't.
Oh, you don't? Shnikes. Thanks for the heads up, though, Nico. Good thinking. Dr. Mick Coco says, "What do you think of the Knights of Old Republic remake coming out?" I mean, I'm
excited. Yeah. Everybody. I mean, I think I love when they remake the. I told you, Josh, I played Resident Evil 4 recently.
Yeah.
It wasn't a remake. I know they're remaking it. It was a re-release.
Right.
And it was still a great game. I think games that emphasize gameplay age really well. I think Knights of the Old Republic will age really well. I mean,
yeah.
I think it's cool to just want us to get back to releasing movies and games, man. Get past the COVID phase and let's just
100p. Our boy Lataro Fuenzalida. I feel like I'm getting better at your name every time you come back to ask questions. It says, Hugo and Josh, what's your favorite superhero movie / game?
I mean, I think my favorite superhero game, just go with the most recent. I thought Spider-Man was like amazing. I mean, I really enjoyed Spider-Man. I played the shit out of it.
Yeah, Spider-Man's good.
Similar to Doom, like I read some reviews where like they were like, well, you know, it's kind of one-dimensional and all you do is zip around and like I remember getting good reviews, but not as good of reviews as I thought it deserved.
When it dropped, yeah.
Yeah, because yes, a lot of the missions were just fetch quests, but I didn't mind it because I loved web slinging. I mean, it basically just knew what about the game was fun. I mean, it got amazing scores, I'm just saying, but like in my mind, it was certainly a 90+ Metacritic game.
Yeah. I'm trying to think for movies. I mean, if we're doing Marvel only, I don't know. I'd probably say I like the origin stuff. So Black Panther, original Captain America, I like those. I mean, the first of the two, what's it called? Jesus. Endgame, I liked. I didn't really like the second one as much, but I feel like Marvel's getting better at their formula as far as knowing how to like actually balance in humor and not doing like too much of anything, like letting things breathe a little bit and letting the characters be. They're getting a lot better at it. It feels like recently.
Yeah, I can't say what my favorite Marvel film is.
Yeah,
I don't know. I really like Endgame. I mean, I've watched it a bunch. And Thor, Ragnarok is really good. And
but if it's not Marvel, I mean, Dark Knight has to be in there, like way up in there.
Yeah, I mean, the first Blade.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. Did you ever see Kick-Ass? I love Kick-Ass. Like, it's another one of those Nicolas Cage roles where you're just like, you son of a bitch. Like, why are you so good at this? As the dad, he's incredible. Seeing love for Spider-Man 2. You guys are trolling pretty hard right now. I like it. You know, I will say this though, that like Into the Spider-Verse was incredible. As far as
my god!
Right? Oh,
it was fucking nuts.
Yeah.
No.
Like
I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, because like when I first saw the trailer, I wasn't sure how I felt about like that art style. Just from like the trailer, you didn't really know what it was going to be about. But then, my God, like it was just one of those stories they told so well with like all the right attention and all the right pacing, and like I did not expect it to go the depths and the places that it did in the Spider-Man series, and I was blown away. Yeah, our swear jar is getting full. That's fair. I gotta get that going at some point. We're gonna make somebody millionaires with our swear jar.
So stupid. So stupid.
I'm trying to think of what else. Another like good alt because they. Oh, dude, did you ever see the HBO Watchmen series?
I didn't.
Could not recommend enough. Like, I honestly thought like of all the Zack, what's his name? Why can't I think of his last name? It's not Adam.
Snyder.
Snyder, thank you. Of all the Zack Snyder stuff, the Watchmen movie he made is one of my favorites because I'm not a huge fan of the comics, the comic I should say, and then the follow-up. Like, I think it's a cool idea, but I think it's like so heavy-handed. Whereas I thought his movie like did most of the best parts, and obviously since it's like so many cool visual things to do with that series and good casting in that, I thought he did great. But man, that Watchmen series is like top tier. You gotta add it to the your COVID list of things to watch in the queue. That's right. A lot of love in chat, especially on YouTube, for the use of the rocket launcher. Horde Mode Gaming wanted to know, Josh and Hugo, did you guys play / like Resident Evil 8? Did you get a chance to play it?
I did not. I'm going to.
That was like in the middle of when you were doing 4 too, though. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I played 8 on PlayStation 5 and loved it. I just played it once. I didn't try to like go back, and I thought it was cool how it gives you like a clear time, so you could kind of be like, maybe I could get this a little faster, get my time down. But no, I really enjoyed it. Honestly, the only thing I'm stupidly salty about, which is just personal, is 7.
Stupid.
Resident Evil 7, you could play in PlayStation VR, and that blew my mind, like how good it was in VR, in first person, since it was like their big changeover to the first person Resident Evil series. So I really wish I could have played 8 in VR, but it was an amazing game either way. Controller quick swaps. Says you've been improving a lot, and he wants to coach you in controller play. Guys,
who's this?
Controller quick swaps on Twitch.
I'm better than that guy.
There you go.
I don't know who he is, but I'm definitely better than him.
Get good. Don't forget, there's always a little bit more you can get good in. Team Sexy Pants Awesome Sauce on YouTube says, Josh, what is your favorite gun in Eternal? That's gonna have to be the Super Shotgun, because the meat hook is, I think, like the single most innovative, amazing, unexpected thing in Eternal to me personally. It's my favorite. So I'm gonna go with the Super Shotgun and that meat hook. Mike Mike on YouTube says, Hugo, what class do you pick in Aliens Fire Team? Have you had a chance to play?
I haven't done it yet.
Oh,
Guys, my gaming is shit right now.
Right.
Because, the update has so much shit in it. Jesus Christ.
You gotta test, you gotta retest, you gotta change, you gotta.
Oh my God,
go back and
it's
test again.
bonkers.
Yeah. That's fair. Well, it's good. I mean, you got more games to add to the queue that you know you're gonna dig afterwards.
Fuck just swiped at me.
I heard it. So we got what? The Doom Hunter on the board right now, and some Prowlers for the next day. I feel like this question is trolling us, but Shay9416 on Twitch says, Hugo and Joshua, do you guys like Evil Dead movies? I don't know. Hugo, do we like Evil Dead movies?
I think we do. I would say anybody our age.
Yeah.
Definitely likes.
Yeah, there's no other option. They're everything, right? You get slapstick, you get horror, you get low budget, you get high budget, depending on where you go in the series. Like, it's
because when we were kids, there was nothing like that. We'd never seen anything like that before.
Yeah.
Like slapstick horror. You know, the fact that Sam Raimi combined basically his love of the Three Stooges with like a super fucked up horror movie that was like genuinely like scary and weird and fucked up, you know, with like really good design too. Like, I mean, I think like the grandma, you know, in all of the series, I mean, the first Evil Dead, the budget was so low, you know, he couldn't really do much, but in the second one, and certainly Army of Darkness, most of the great directors from our generation were started in horror movies, like Peter Jackson,
Yeah.
and Sam Raimi and stuff.
And it's
So
like,
we all love Evil Dead.
oh yeah, and it's like the things that he did when he had no money. Like he's like, what if we just put this 16 millimeter Bolex on like a 4x4, and we have two people run around on either side of it, and we just add this sound effect, and that's just evil. Evil is just this weird camera moving through the woods, and it's like, you damn genius. You damn genius, yeah.
I always said that Eternal to me and Doom feels like somebody gave Sam Raimi Transformers budget to make a sequel to Evil Dead 2. You know,
I love that. That's a really
because
good
there's a B movie quality to everything, you know, that we obviously embrace.
for sure. That's a good one. You know, actually, I watched this new, well, new to me. I think it came out in like 2018. My brother recommended it. I'm going to give you the synopsis of this film, and I'm going to give you one spoiler, and the only reason I'm going to give you this spoiler is because it's probably going to make you watch it. Tell me if it does or doesn't make you want to watch it. First, I'm going to give you the 2-sentence synopsis. So the movie is called Inaria, I think it's called. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. It's a Swedish sci-fi drama. I guess it's drama. I don't know if it's horror drama. Let's call it sci-fi. So a spacecraft carries settlers from Mars after there is an apocalypse on Earth. When it strays off course, the consumption-obsessed passengers are promoted to consider their place in the universe. Now, here's the spoiler I'm going to tell you, which has made me be like, all right, I'm going to watch this. I don't think I'd ever seen a film where the AI committed suicide. Like, because it was so sad. I was like, all right, I'm going to see this shit. I got to see what this is about. I think it's on, I watched it on Hulu. I don't know if you're outside of the U.S. What it's streaming on, but I'd recommend it if you're into like different sci-fi. I'd never really seen a lot of Swedish sci-fi stuff, so that was, I'd recommend it. It's a sad boy, but it was pretty cool. You get some suicidal AI, which is just because of human beings. Which I was like, all right, I'm into that. I need to see that.
Did you see that thing with the chatbot AI that they had to shut down or something?
Where was this?
I don't know. Somebody sent me like the dialogue, the text dialogue of some dude talking to his chatbot.
Okay.
I don't know. I think chat. Do you guys know about this?
Was it like maybe like Discord or Twitch or one of these or something else?
Yeah.
Chat, what do we got? Give us
So
the
dumb.
deets on this.
Is that like a real thing, chat? Like, because somebody sent it to me and it was like, dude, look at this. And it was like the guy telling his chat bot that he had to shut it down. And she was like, what?
That sounds amazing.
Yeah. I didn't even know what the hell a chat bot was.
Let's see. With the guy's dead girlfriend? Oh my god, what is this? Hold on.
Yes, that's
is
right.
Is that right? Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, I don't know if it's real, but that's what I heard.
Wow. That is dark. That is wild.
All right, the friggin' carcass must die.
Oh, Jacket said he saw that film. It's so morbid, but it rules. Yeah, it was good. Somebody asked, I didn't see the name because it went by fast, but they were saying they were trying to beat Eternal, the base game, on the hardest difficulty. What was some good strategies for that? Top of napkin, Hugo. Good strategies for people trying to master the game at the highest difficulty, first time, base campaign.
Well, controller or mouse keyboard.
Let's just say mouse and keyboard since they didn't ask.
I can't really give them. I mean, I would say, you know, certainly. I actually want to rock some micro missiles. Upgrade, combine, and use all of your tools. That's the key. Like, basically, what the DLCs basically do is that if you weren't using all the tools in the base game, you can get away with it. Like, you don't have to ice bomb and grenade and burn at the same time. But if you're doing that stuff in the DLCs or in the hardest difficulty in Nightmare, you know, it's going to be pretty tough. Now, I actually think that even on Nightmare in the base game, you could still get away with, like, maybe you're not a super ice bomber, but I think everybody would agree that the whole thing with the whole thing with the DLCs is it forces you to learn how to use everything. And in the base game, you know, the sooner you start playing like that, the easier the game's going to be.
Yeah.
Without question. And then, like, you know, basic quick swapping. I mean, I don't think you need hyper, especially for the base game. You really don't need to quick swap. I mean, that's if you just want to dominate the game. But you know, basic rotation through your weapons.
Yeah.
Oh
definitely.
my god.
I mean, it's like the things that are on cooldown, you want them always on cooldown, which means you need to keep using them. So every time you have flame belch up, you should be burning. You should be burning them in groups as much as you can instead of just like burning a single enemy, right? And then like
burning things in groups.
Yeah.
All day, which I mean, I think chat would agree. Like, I don't do that enough, but like,
it's easy to get in the habit of just like focusing on combat and forgetting to like get those things going for you. You know what I mean?
100%. I saw a lot of people comment in chat that I look like I lost weight. I did, because now that COVID, I got my vaccine.
Yeah.
I'm able to do jujitsu again, so
Hell yeah.
I am back in the jujitsu room.
Nice.
And I've lost. I mean, total since we started, I lost like 25 pounds.
God damn, that's a lot.
Yeah,
Congrats.
I was like 222.
You didn't tell me we were actually losing weight on this stream. I need to know these things. Okay.
In the peak of COVID fatness and, you know, this, just the, I'm not gonna do shit anymore COVID days.
Yeah.
I was like 222.
Yeah.
But now I'm like 196.
Damn, son, you're getting svelte.
Yeah.
You're getting svelte out here.
I can't do. What I can't do anymore is
touch your toes. No, I'm just kidding.
I can't be big anymore. Like, yeah, I was like 216 when I did the E3 presentation for Doom Eternal. I was like 217.
Yeah.
And in shape, but like I think I gotta be lean from the blood pressure, cholesterol perspective.
Yeah.
You know. So we're looking to go light these days.
Okay. So how often are you doing? Are you able to get into the gym to do some?
Yeah,
some
pretty good amount.
Yeah. Nice.
I hate going to the morning class, but it's the only time I could really do it. All right, we're not gonna die here.
I can't do anything in the morning. I'm such a baby. Like I just.
Oh, it's the worst.
I used to try to play basketball in the morning, and I was like, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I hate doing this. I don't want to be here. And I love basketball, but I was like, I can't, guys. I can't. I don't know how they did it.
Yeah, I'm not a big morning person, but it does. Yeah. Oh my god.
Hey, Jumper Bumper, if you have the issue that you're talking about, go ahead and send me a DM on Discord. If you go to the official Doom Discord, discord.gg/Doom, Tokyo Punch Out, that's me. Just send me a DM with some screenshots and stuff, and we can look into it. Because I think I know what you're talking about, but I always want to make sure. So just send me some examples. Why don't you? Eh?
So we one cool thing about Horde, I've been using like Heat Blast and Micro Missiles a lot more lately, is because we randomly give you a gun, and it's random roll with each arena, or I'm sorry, each arena, and it forces you to play and solve combat puzzles with tools that you may not have ever solved a combat puzzle before. Like, how about fighting a marauder with nothing but a combat shotgun and or a heavy assault rifle? You know, So there's some really cool moments. All right, get up. There's some really cool moments that happen with Horde. Some really cool moments that happen with Horde pretty organically because of that. Like, I've been using micro missiles and the plasma heat wave more than I ever have.
I was gonna say back to basics, because in 2016 micro missiles were your jam.
Yeah, and you had to use them.
Yeah.
You have to use them in Horde because sometimes, or you might have to use something else. You know, like there's just, you never know. Oh, that's annoying.
John Bloor has a jiu-jitsu question for Hugo. He said, I found it hard training lately. Do you think having the right people to roll with helps?
Absolutely. You know, I really had a hard time going back. I almost quit, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Because I'm a purple belt now, so going back, when I would stop training and I was a white belt, it really didn't matter. I mean, I didn't know what I was doing when I left. I didn't know what I was doing when I came back, so who cares?
Right.
But walking back into the gym after a year and a half off and being ridiculously out of shape, it's pretty hard.
Yeah.
You know, like, because everybody's like looking at you like, oh, this guy's purple belt, and then I'm just like trying to say like, no.
You're like, not anymore.
Yeah, like I'm a mess, dude. Like, you know.
Yeah.
And it's tough. I was really tired. I was getting wrecked by everybody, but that's, I think, to that guy's point, if you're with cool people, they were encouraging me to, to keep going, which I really appreciated. Because they were like, don't, you just keep coming, dude. Because they could see I was like literally checking my pulse, like, I might die. Like.
You're like, this might be it. Thanks,
yeah.
Thanks for being here, guys, because you might see the end of me. Damn.
But good people encourage you to keep coming back.
Yeah.
And it was cool. So now I don't feel like I'm gonna die anymore.
That's important, because I was gonna say if you still felt like you were gonna die, I was like, let's find you like crocheting or something a little better on your pulse. No,
exactly.
That's good. Who is this? Where did I just see that? Wow, I lost my place. Belt buddies. Looks like Swaggart 323. 322. God, sorry. Blue on black is hard to read. You guys are belt buddies. Purple belts unite. The Duck Gamer says, love these streams. Well, we love doing them with you guys, so you guys keep showing up, we'll keep doing them. How about that? Oh, no, absolutely not. So, Mike says, Tokyo, I personally like the weapon wheel. Is that frowned upon? Absolutely not. First of all, shout outs to the UI team, because the weapon wheel is beautiful. And the way that they've color-coded it so much easier from 2016 to Eternal with where ammo goes and what ammo is useful for those guns. Absolutely not. Weapon wheel is another really, really good tool if you're just starting or getting better and trying to, reach new masteries. Quick swapping is awesome, but you can stop
I can slow
time.
everything down with this, yeah.
Exactly. And honestly, the Chrono Strike rune, for that matter, too, like, it gets you in the habit of, like, especially if you're using the heavy assault rifle's precision scope, like the precision bolt, like, rather like that, using that in concert with that rune, with the Chrono Strike, you can basically slow things down, make sure you take off weak points, and it just gives you time to kind of, like, strategize and not be overwhelmed, because, in this game it's easy to be overwhelmed if you're not as familiar with, like, some of the demon types, or especially if you're in new areas and you don't exactly know the best places to navigate. And again, always keep moving.
It's that way, right?
Yeah, I think so. I kind of lost where we came from here for a second. I think yeah, this is right. But yeah, always keep moving. Like, do not stand still. Even precision bolt stuff. That's why if you want to take your time and make sure you take off weak points, which is always good practice, switch on that rune for Chrono Strike, and take your time doing that, but then you don't lose your footing on, like, actually pushing yourself around and making sure that you're not staying in the same place and letting demons target you and kind of funnel you the way that they're trying to. And again, Meat Hook can get you anywhere at any time. It can bail you out of a situation. You can use it just to keep playing keep away. And again, when you start getting more familiar with the arenas, like jump pads, especially the ones that don't just go vertically but just shoot you off into different areas, like, use all of these things at your disposal so that you're a harder target to hit. Like right now, I mean, Hugo's a Revenant right now, but even as the Revenant, he's flying around, like, just staying, basically, like, as aloof as you can, staying, elusive in general. Like, you don't want to be in a persistent place where they can hit you, even because, like, imps and gargoyles, they're targeting, if it's just hitting you with everything, and Pain Elementals throwing Lost Souls, Tacos, using their energy blast, like, that stuff will wreck you immediately. So you need to basically make sure that you're always moving and always pushing forward to a place where you're either taking care of a demon or just getting space where you can start setting up your attacks, and kiting the demons to kind of, like, play the dance that you want to play instead of just falling into their rhythm.
Yes, which is all shit I need to do more of.
Well, right now you're a Revenant, so you just need to grab this super shotgun and then go down for Final Judgment, which I already kind of think I know what you're going to do, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, what should we do? Let the chat vote.
All right,
Does he
chat.
live or die?
Live
or die?
Live or die. It's time. It's time. Okay,
What are
I
they
got
saying?
1 vote for live, 1 kill, 2 live, 3 live, 4 live, 5 live. Wow, there's a lot of live. A lot of live.
All right.
It's getting pretty balanced now. I think we let him live.
Okay. Well, there you go, buddy. Oh, wait. Yeah, there you go. Sorry. You can't let him live.
Wrong answer.
That's right, chat. Come on. What the hell's wrong with you? No one lives in this game. Oh, boy.
If you're a demon, there's only one way it's going down. You're going to be huge guts on the ground. Chad enjoyed it. somebody chat's like, but I chose live. Wrong answer. Try again. That's right. They took Daisy, no mercy for any demon. That's right, Cliffy Whisper.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing, too, is maybe the last... in case it isn't something that just, like, is the most obvious all the time, like, the thing about Doom Eternal that's so different from, let's just say, 2016 is, like, of course you have to chainsaw for ammo, but a thing to keep in mind is before you chainsaw, you want to make sure you're emptying out as much of the arsenal as you want to empty out. And remember, like, with the different ammo types, you might have a lot of ammo of something that you haven't used. Like right now he's using the chain gun, which is great, and of course he's using that shield blocks so much damage, and it's such a good bailout button if you actually happen to be falling behind or you're feeling yourself like you're getting like a little pushed or like your HP is getting a little low. Pop out that shield, get safe, burn out all that ammo before you chainsaw. Because sometimes if you get in the habit of like you're just doing quick switching between, let's say, super shotgun and ballista, it's an amazing combo. It's one of the easiest to start like getting really good at and getting used to. But sometimes you'll find yourself in the habit of like chainsawing really quickly after just running out of like, let's say, you know, ballista ammo, which is your plasma ammo. And it's like, remember, before you do that, you could use lock-on rocket. You could use that chain gun with either the remote, you know, the mobile turret or that shield. And like, you might as well just burn all that ammo before you get your chainsaw, because you're going to get it all back with the chainsaw. So just a good thing to remember is like, you know, use as much of your kit as you feel comfortable with. And, you know, it's all pretty effective. And if you haven't found the right effective use, maybe just try switching mods from whatever you're doing, because there's always a right answer, and there's a lot of them. There's a lot of good options. Let's see. Meechal says, I just can't believe how good this game is, so you better effing believe it. Doomslayer Gaming says, question for you, Hugo. Do you watch MMA? If so, who's your favorite fighter?
I don't watch. I mean, I watch some, but not too much.
Yeah.
You know, I'm watched casually about as much as the average person.
Yeah, but you're not like up on it where you're following it and going nuts and have like all your subscriptions.
Like Mark Diaz knows a lot more than I do.
He goes hard for MMA. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think it's like, I love boxing, and I'm not a huge fan of MMA, but I think it's because like the ground and the kicking. It's like if you're gonna do kicking, I would rather watch like Thai boxing or straight kickboxing. If you're gonna do ground stuff, I'd rather watch like Greco-Roman. So like when you try to combine it all, to me, I'm like, I like all these things separately, but I think when they're separate, they're fair, because then it's not these like absolutely bizarro like blood sport matchups where it's just like, this is a guy that does, you know, snake strangleholds. This is a boxer. It's like, why are they fighting? You know what I mean? I'm just like, I don't understand. But no salt to that, because I know MMA is like blown up in the last 10 years, like huge. There's like different...
Yeah, really cool. We all get together, you know, watch the fights if there's a good one going on.
Nice.
But I don't follow it super closely.
And boxing's been so bizarre recently because all of these like, I hate to call them celebrity fights, but that's what they are, I guess. Like with, you know, you've got the Paul brothers doing like, you know, who was it? I can never remember who the hell they are. Jake Paul or Luke Paul or Paul Paul.
Oh, that shit
whoever
is so
fought
weird.
Mayweather. But the only thing that's cool about these, the meme fights, oh damn, you gotta be fast. Gotta go fast. The only thing that's cool about the meme fights is all the undercards are like legitimately great fights, and they're able to be in these pay-per-view arenas with a ton of people watching. So it's really cool to get exposure for like real fighters, even if they're like the main cards are kind of like these exhibition matches. Did you happen to catch, I don't know if you saw, this is earlier in the pandemic, this is like 6 months ago or so, but there was a Roy Jones Jr. fought Mike Tyson. And dude,
that was crazy.
Did you see that? It was so good. Like,
yeah, it was nuts.
Even though those dudes like should be way past their prime, like the fact that Roy Jones Jr. is so fast, and the fact that Mike Tyson still has that like that hunger and that like absolute one punch potential to just kill anybody he's fighting.
I thought he was being really cool to him too.
Yeah, same. Same.
I was
Everybody
like,
left with both their ears. It was insane.
Yeah, I was like, I think you're being real nice to him right now.
I mean, it's hard not to respect. I mean, Roy Jones Jr. is an absolute beast in his own right, and he's one of those crazy guys that even though he's so fast, like I've seen him get completely KO'd and like go in and get knocked out, and like he'll do it. He'll just be like, I'm here to fight.
Yeah, he's definitely. I hope that was his last one because I've definitely seen him get messed up pretty bad.
Yeah, and he's honestly the old combination that was Jim Lampley, Max Kellerman, and Roy Jones Jr. Like Max Kellerman and Roy Jones Jr. are my favorite commentators of any sport of all time, of any commentary of anything. Yeah. And so I'm like, I need Roy Jones Jr. to be alive and of good mind. I don't want him knocked out anymore. I want him doing boxing commentary. He's so good.
Playing dumb. Standing still. Stupid.
It's all right. We got this. Somebody asked, who was that? Where is this? Dun3 says, are there any plans to add Ultra Nightmare to Cultist Base and Art Complex Master levels? I don't think so, right? Because this is the evolution of like the way that we built these things.
Yeah.
So we don't go backwards, we go forwards. So that's why you're seeing them from Super Gore Nest on. And of course, when we add those, it's not just we add Ultra Life. I mean Ultra Life. What am I saying? We add Extra Life mode. We add Ultra Nightmare, but we also add all of the crazy individual cool reward systems like the player name. What am I saying? The player badge and the icons, like all that stuff that's specific just to those master levels, which is pretty rad. So a lot of work went into all that stuff, and yeah, you can bet your sweet buns that that Mars Core and the World Sphere master levels are gonna have all the things that you expect to see since you got what you got in the Super Gore Nest master level. Ultra Life sounds like the sequel to Ultra Kill. Totally Saber. You are correct. I think you're right about that. Hugo, what do you fear more, Kimura or leg locks?
Probably leg locks because I'm old and I don't want to get my legs hurt because then I can't go back. I don't need to be walking around. Yeah,
that is totally fair. Yeah.
I tap early, I tap often because we need to be walking.
It's part of the essential easy part of making everyday
that's the
life
only
and having a
part
family.
I fear about leg locks is just, you know, if done improperly. All right, I gotta pay attention.
Then that could be your walking life, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like I just don't, and it really, because then I can't go anymore. So like I don't want to get hurt.
Yeah.
So usually, somebody grabs a hold of my leg, I'm pretty quick on the tap.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta play not stupid.
Just gotta start running your fun zone spreadsheet here. Just open up Excel and just run the formula.
Yes.
Excel.
It's funny. I think this is one of I think our best levels. Like, it's definitely also the one where like I think people understand that this is not just a normal like your regular Doom game. Like, I mean, we're doing stuff, you know, like come along for the ride because it's gonna be fun because we're doing things.
I feel like this is the level that teaches you need to look for the green areas of where to go and what to do, because until this level you're just kind of coasting and not paying as much attention to that kind of stuff. I feel like.
No.
Where is that question? Excelsior says, Hugo, where did you get that battle mode shirt?
I got that from one of our events. Josh.
I think that was an id team only thing, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think we ever gave those out. I say that because I know when I got one, I got a size too big because it was all those left at the studio at the time. So if you ever see me in the giant battle mode shirt walking down the street,
this is a tough little area because you're very exposed here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to get
not a lot of cover.
I'm gonna have to get on my horse.
08 your Halal 25 says, Hugo, you should use Blood Punch more. Fair. Graveyard says, I want to see a meatball pain elemental and call it Flying Spaghetti Monster. I mean, you got the fit meatball. That's an upgrade that's basically you have to choose in battle mode. So you got half of half of what you're looking for is there. But yeah, the actual spaghetti, making it a flying spaghetti monster. The thing is too is, God, imagine Hugo, you go in, you walk into the virtual office on Monday, you say, Colin, I want a spaghetti monster at Pain Elemental. End of the day, it'd be on your virtual desk, guaranteed. Guaranteed. Operation Perry. What's up, Perry? Says, love this encounter. Yeah, this is a really, really good one. And one of those that, like, again, talk about different Doom experiences. Like this level has so many cool encounters and like going inside and outside, and there's so much time spent right before this encounter in, you know, more corridory and indoor, like facility type arena fights, like, you know, that floor dropping down and being like with the flames on the walls and everything. Like, it feels so wide open, not just because there's not a lot of cover on this part of it, but also because, like, you went through so much to get here. Oh, I love this kiting right here. God, dude, with 2 Pain Elementals, a Whiplash, and a Tyrant out, that's a lot to contend with.
I was trying to be clever. I wanted to bring him onto the bridge so I could hit him with the mine. All right, very open space, catching me off guard here.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the thing. It's like, with so much to be like that's thrown at you, and having all these encounters like right here where there's like all these pillars in different places you can kind of skirt and kind of like force them around. You've got hazards and stuff you can use. It makes you feel really exposed, but in a cool way where you're like, all right, I have to actually change my style. I have to focus in on this different arena and play differently. Where is this question? Sergeant LAMO says, mad props to Hugo for doing all this with a damn controller though.
That's pretty easy.
Yeah, Excelsior. No Battle Mode merch at this moment. Yeah, Moonfire says Colin would knock that out of the park. It's true. Let's get him on a spaghetti monster. Sergeant LMAO says that arena is definitely habanero levels of spice. True. Mayhem? Yeah, Mayhem, not Mayhem, on YouTube asks, Hugo, favorite platformer game and why?
What the hell was that indie game? Celeste. I really enjoyed Celeste.
Celeste is great.
It made me want to go crazy. It was extremely hard.
Yeah, it's got some yell at your controller or screen moments for sure. Yeah, Celeste is really good. You know, I've been replaying for like I feel like it's like, this is like, as far as platformers go, and this isn't a pure platformer, this is a Metroidvania in name and in kind, but I feel like it's almost my, whatever you call it, like your Catcher in the Rye that you just like go back and read every like 10 years. It's Metroid Fusion on Game Boy Advance. Like, I think it's my favorite Metroid, which is a tall order considering that Super Metroid's basically a perfect game, and Metroid Prime has no business being as good as it is. Making that leap that Rare did into first person with the Metroid system, but doing all of those cool things with the visor and the lock-on system and all the things that they did. But I've been replaying Metroid Fusion on Game Boy Advance, and man, I love that effing game so much. It's
That's
so
awesome.
Good.
Yeah, I was really super impressed with the way that it's a frustrating game. I'm so stupid. It's a frustrating game for sure.
In Celeste, yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really well done. I mean, everything. Is there anything down here?
Yeah, I think it's just the fish with the shoot 'em up. No? I thought you shoot him and it's a 1-up. Am I making that shit up? Or did you already do the thing? No, he's not getting shot. There it is. And now, there it is. Okay, I don't know why I thought he had to be shot. I forgot it was a push. But you were saying, it's frustrating, but super rewarding.
But really
right?
just... Yeah, this was the puzzle, getting people to figure shit out.
Yeah, this is definitely like, I think it gave a lot of people pause the first time, and then when you figure out, you're like, oh shit. You gotta bring the thing up so it makes the laser and does the thing. Of course.
Are you growing
Musically inspired says Super Metroid for me Fusion is good though. I mean, yeah, you can't have Fusion without Super Metroid, but to me, it's also because we're just Gen Xers. Like, I'm so incredibly, I will never be not impressed by portable gaming. And so essentially, when you made a new Super Metroid game and you put it in my hand in a Game Boy Advance, like, especially because I'm playing now with like a modded IPS screen Game Boy Advance, so it's kind of like how it probably always should have been before they made like the SP 101s with like the little weird front light thing. It's completely backlit, it's completely gorgeous, and so yeah, playing essentially a custom-made Super Metroid game for a portable system. I mean, Game Boy Advance was so good because of that. Like Hugo, there were so many good Castlevania games like Circle the Moon, Harmony of Dissonance, like. Yeah.
Josh is right. I mean, when you see what you could do today, you know, your brain is melted.
Right, dude. Somebody was mentioning earlier. They were talking about the Stream Deck, which is coming out, and like, I'm sure that you saw just like we all did. Like they had those. It was like Linus Tech Test, and a bunch of people when they were testing games. Of course, it was like Control and Doom Eternal. And dude, seeing people play Doom Eternal in like really good frame rate and resolution in that Steam handheld, I'm like, I guess I'm pre-ordering it. So I did. I can't wait. God, when is that coming out? I've totally forgotten. Chat, when does the Steam Decks actually start shipping and stuff? I totally do not remember. Is it soon? Help me. Yeah.
What did chat like? This is definitely a level that it like pushes people. Oh wait, fuck! Did I just skip the? Fuck, I did, didn't I? Did I skip the?
Oh, you jumped down already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you can get back up. That sucks. And even if you load checkpoint, I don't think that was a checkpoint.
This match is not won yet. Come find me, Slayer.
Chat, what did you like? Well, a lot of times I'll see people on Steam, like the few people are like, oh, and it's not like 2016, and I think they're at that 3 hour mark where they're on this level, because this is definitely the level that's like, to your point, it's actually asking you to like do more than just walk down a hallway.
Yeah. It's asking you to do more. Yeah.
How does chat feel about this level? This is one of my faves. I love this level.
Yeah, let's hear it. What do you guys think about Cultist Base weigh in? Oh yeah, okay. They're saying Steam Deck is December, but depending on when you order. Thank you. I'm hearing love it. I like hard and challenging games like Doom. Good level. I love this level. I like it. There is no Slayer Gate in Master levels. No worries. Yeah, that's right. Because the whole thing's kind of like a big long Slayer Gate. I like it. Starts picking up from here. Pretty fun. It ages like a fine wine. The first level that came to mind when I think of Doom. Oh wow.
Because the more you play this level, the better you get at it, the more fun it is.
Right.
That's what I like about it.
And like you said, Hugo, too, it's like you're coming back to it now with your full kit, right? Because when you start this level, you get the super shotgun in it, which is also what kind of opens the game up. And then from there, after you finish it, you get the ballista, and then so it's kind of like peeling that real first big layer off and getting into like the meta that starts in Eternal, like really.
Yeah, it is the part of the game that really asks you to get good. Ch.23, I totally agree.
Yeah.
It really is. It's the level that, like, I think after this level, you start to know, you know what's in store for you throughout the rest of the game.
Yeah. Somebody was asking me who's my favorite UFC fighter. Again, I don't really watch UFC, but I've seen a lot of stuff with Israel and like all that stuff that like Naruto Rock Lee shit he does cracks me up. So just on style alone, he's gonna be my #1. But again, not a big.
Yeah, he's a big nerd.
Yeah, I love that dude. How can you not root for a dude that's a big nerd that's getting up there risking his life trying to fight other dudes? Love it.
Yeah.
What are your favorite FPSs outside of Doom? Ask Conflict 19.
I like Shadow Warrior. You know, if we talk about recent games.
Yeah, and they got a new one coming out. Shit, that might be. Is that December also? Oh my god. Might be. Shadow Warrior 3.
Yeah, I thought Shadow Warrior 2 was good. Thought it was very good. Enjoyed it.
Yeah.
What else do I like? I mean, I play Warzone a lot. I haven't played in a while, but I love me some good MPs.
It's some fun times with some friends, yeah.
Yeah. What else? I'm trying to think of ones that are like ours. I mean, I like them all. I mean, especially in our genre, you know, I have to play them all, or at least as many of them as I can. So, you know, I liked Metro for different reasons. I liked the Far Cry series for different reasons.
Yeah.
I mean, I play every Far Cry game. I think it's fun as shit.
God, when's that new one coming out? That's soon too. Shit. Far Cry 6 is shit. That's October. Bruh.
Yeah.
And so is Dying Light's in December, isn't it? Dying Light 2?
I love the Dying Light.
Yeah.
Dying Light was so good.
Dying Light 2 release date. Nope, that was wrong. Dying Light. I think it's December, right? Yeah. December 7th. Holy shnikes. Wait. Dying Light 2 and Far Cry 6 come out the same day? Woo.
Really?
Yeah, they both went December. Oh, no, I'm sorry. They're a month apart. October 7th, December 7th. Far Cry 6 is first. Dying Light 2 is 1 month later. 2 months later, rather. October and December. I got my wires crossed. Yeah, you're right. Randy Anthony says, what's your honest opinion of Fortnite?
I like it. I think I have a lot of respect for it. I mean, anything that attracts an audience that big is good. You know, like
they're doing
like
some things right?
I was playing really dumb. Yeah, absolutely. And my son plays it all the time. I play it with him. Like, it's a very good game.
Wow.
You know, it's just, it has a high skill ceiling. I mean, I think there's a lot about Doom and Fortnite that they have a lot in common in that they both are games that reward, you know, they're asking you to master something, you know, and I think that's what holds on to their audience, for sure.
It's a good point too, in the fact that like you can play it completely blind, you can do whatever you want to do, but what it's asking of you, if you do what it's asking of you, there is that skill ceiling that once it's done right and you watch someone running that spreadsheet, entering that fun zone, you're like, shit, this person is DPSing these things. It's pretty impressive.
It's uncompromising too. Like you don't have a choice. Like you can either learn how to build and shoot at the same time, or you could not play the game. You know, like playing so badly. Yeah, and I think because of that, you know, between editing, building, shooting, mastering the map, mastering the inventory, I mean, it's an incredibly high skill game.
Yeah.
I think it, you know, my son and his generation of friends have pretty high gaming IQs and skill sets as a result. So, you know, he liked Eternal more than he liked 2016, you know, because it had a higher skill ceiling and it gave him something to master. He likes League of Legends. He likes games that are deep.
Yeah.
And I think that's true for a lot of people.
100%. I mean, it's impossible to, in or outside of the industry, like looking at what Fortnite does as far as like their seasons, their cosmetics, like the way that they reward players, even though there's RNG and other stuff, it's like, it is impressive the amount of content they roll out. And again, the thing that's for good or for bad, like the way that they're a free-to-play game that's been developed for how many years now by how many different teams working on so many things simultaneously, it sets such a high bar for free-to-play games that it's cool to know that there can be something of that caliber and that quality that's a free-to-play game, but it's also like it puts more pressure on indie devs to have to do something really out of the box because the copy-paste won't work for certain genres like that are being done so well by a giant company like Epic has become. So, you know, there's some good, some bad, but a lot of amazing lessons to learn in how to do things correctly that they do well. What is this? Hugo and Josh, what are your opinions on the Destroyer Blade since Hugo seems to like the Arbalist? I actually really like the Arbalist a lot too. I mean, the way that right now Hugo is using the Arbalist, I actually like doing that more in general because the Destroyer Blade, as effective as it is, you kind of have to like plan and bunny hop when you're, you know, fully loading it because you don't want to shoot that thing unless it's pretty well, you know, geared up, and that takes some actual time to do. So you want to use this level. Actually, isn't. I mean, this arena isn't too bad because you can use the jump pads to kind of like go back and forth while it's charging your blade before you take a shot. But I actually like the Arbalist a lot. And honestly, it's hard to say which I like more. But if I had to pick, I might actually pick the Arbalist because I like the use of it. And it has like either the AOE or like the delayed explosion. Like it's, I don't know, it's pretty versatile. It's pretty fun. But yeah, like Hugo said, Destroyer Blade is it's impossible not to love the Destroyer Blade. Ding Dong Junior 64 wanted Hugo to know that he's watching the stream in Olive Garden right now, and your face is so pixelated that it looks like a potato with a beard. Well, thank you so much for that. Don't forget, you have endless breadsticks where you are. So, everybody in chat, bring some back for everybody in chat, please.
All right. I just want to get this.
I'm only going to read this out loud because the name is such a commitment to this question. Gimme Tacos and Twitch says, question, we already got Hot Dog Mancubus. When can we get Taco Mancubus?
I think that would be awesome.
I mean, their name is Gimme Tacos, so I feel like they could enter any chat and just be like, so when are we going to get the taco version of XYZ? I love it. That would be cool. Yeah.
Top off.
Top off for what? This is it, buddy. You done did it.
That is it.
I really love also, this is another cool thing for Cultist Base, is that continuity that when you hit that and then, you know, you take this journey into, I almost called it our complex. When you take this journey into the Doom Hunter base, it's like, it's so sweet how there's like that perfect continuity in levels and story.
Yes.
I love that. It's a cool touch.
Died a couple of times there at the end, but
you did real good. You did real damn good.
I did pretty good.
That's record time. I mean, we're at like an hour and a half, and we did like a full-on Mr. Rogers where we just, you know, revealed basically everything about Horde mode. We gave you guys everything. I mean, what do you want? You just beat the whole level and master. I mean, whatever. It's big.
What question did Cody 111 ask me?
On where on
Lore question, how did the remaining Night Sentinels arrive in Amora when the Slayer had to go through the Gate of Doom? I mean, we never really worked that out. Generally speaking, it was more about them, you know, when he lights the torches, he lets them know that, like, you know, I'm going to Amora, I'm going to challenge the Dark Lord.
Mm-hmm.
So those torches kind of, you know, he says, like, all who see this light will know what your mission is here. As far as how they actually get in there, we make up whatever fiction you want. They got the wizards from Sentinel World, got it done. Actually, we are working on that lore stuff right now. That lore Bible thing we talked about a while ago, but TBD on the development of that. But
the Slayer
more
stuff
on that later.
Nice.
Yeah, more on that later.
Okay.
But anyway, what else, guys? Josh, good solid quick stream tonight. We could. How long have we been at it?
Hour and a half. We crushed. 137. Hour and 37 minutes.
Do we have anything else to go over?
I think. So let's see. We just did Cultist Base
Controller quick swaps. I see you. You say my life goal is to make you know who I am. I see you.
You've been seen.
That's right.
Now you're exposed.
That's right. I guess we could answer a couple questions.
Sure. You want to do this one? This is from 08 Your Pal Al 25. Question for Hugo or Josh. Can you guys add a weapon keybind or settings option so the player can switch to the chainsaw if they want? P.S. Hugo, you should use Blood Punch more. You already said that. We got that.
What?
I think they mean chainsaw like to be up instead of like as a button to hit. Like they want to run around with it like in 2016, but I don't think that really fits the meta or the use of it that much. Like, what is the point of running around with it if you're not actively chainsawing? You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Big Pimp Jr., will you guys see the Toxic Avenger reboot? Fuck yeah.
Oh my god, is that a thing also?
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Wait a second.
But like
Toxic
we will.
Avenger reboot? Oh shit, that is a thing. 2022.
Yeah.
Let's go. Wow.
Yeah.
Who's directing? Macon Blair. Who the hell are you, Macon Blair?
Yeah.
Oh, he was like an actor and a comic book writer. Cool. Oh wait, he did Green Room. Love Green Room.
Yeah. Laruto Fuenzalida. Since Hell and Earth time
Oh,
moved
he's in it.
differently when the Slayer entered Amora, the Sentinels just went to Earth, and it basically just took a couple of seconds in Hell for them to get to the Gate of Doom. If you're giving up the answers, I'll go with that, Latoro.
We'll take
yeah.
it.
We'll take
taking
it.
that one.
We haven't seen Censor yet, I don't think. No, and I haven't seen the new Candyman, no.
Ooh, new Candyman was good. I'd highly recommend, if you haven't seen it yet, don't watch any of the trailers, don't watch anything, just see it. Like, pure and naked.
Yeah,
the only
yeah.
reason, because the trailer is good, but it gives some of those scenes that you just wish you saw for the first time during the movie. But it's real good.
Devoth's armor was designed by Alex Palma, and the design behind the idea was just that at the core of Hell there was a hyper advanced utopian, utopian society, and it was like the origin of Hell. Like as if you follow the lore, that's Devoth's stronghold with his people, and everything went to shit in Hell because he was trying to find the cure for immortality. He wanted to solve the riddle, solve the riddle of mortality for his people, and that led to a series of very poor decisions.
So the utopia became a dystopia because of management.
Yes, he was obsessed.
Yeah.
And some pretty cool stuff coming. We'll see how stuff develops, and we might have some interesting things to announce at the next stream.
Ooh.
We'll talk to Marty about it and a couple things, but with related to lore and that specifically. So, Hugo, when will we get a Daikatana remaster? Josh, when are we going to get a Daikatana remaster?
Probably whenever whoever owns Daikatana wants to do a remaster, I would imagine. Probably.
Yeah, that would be
Eidos?
awesome.
I don't remember who owns Daikatana.
Yeah.
Who did the? Who was the publisher on that? They probably still own it. Ion Storm, Chemco. Oh wow, Chemco is Chemco really still a thing though? Unsure. Haven't heard of Chemco in a while.
Somebody said Night Dive. There's Night Dive.
There's Night Dive. I mean, they would be the ones to do it if they're gonna do. They did an amazing job with the Quake kind of enhanced version. It's amazing. And they did Turok. Yeah, they did Blood. They did Sin. They did all kinds of really good work on a lot of those.
Yeah.
They'd be the perfect people to do it.
Is there a level that you wish you had more time on, or you would like to expand than what we got in the base campaign? Robbie, dude, no, not really. I mean, some levels, whatever level gets started with early gets the most time. So our vertical chunk was with Mars Core, Super Gore Nest, and Art Complex. So those levels have been in the cooker the longest. But really, it's just game development. Like you're working on everything, as per the schedule allows. So you can't really. I think if you get caught up as a creative person in like, oh, I didn't have enough time, it's more about just focusing on, okay, if that's the schedule, fitting as much awesomeness as you can inside that box.
Yeah.
You're never gonna have creatively enough time or money,
Right.
ever. Like, I don't even think James Cameron feels like he has enough time or money. Like
That's true though.
Yeah.
Even though it takes sometimes 5, 6, 7 years to make it.
Yeah.
And that's not even the pre-production, right? Yeah, that's true.
when you see like Michael Bay or like, running around on the 7th Transformer movie that he's already made $1 quadrillion and his budget is humongous, he's still running around like a madman because he doesn't have enough time or money.
Right. Because he wants to always do bigger, do better, double down, triple down.
Yeah. So really, nothing. We feel like we did our best across the board.
Excelsior says, question for Hugo or Josh, are we going to get a juicer skin? I mean, I feel like
I'd like to.
There's a lot of skins that are already kind of double, triple down as juicer skins though, so.
Yeah, I would. I like my one booster. That was from a playtest.
Oh, nice.
Oh no, that was from our. Actually, I lost the booster. Dude dropped me.
Wow.
Because when we did our battle mode, I had 2 boosters and one of them dropped me.
Damn.
Lame.
How about that?
Uh,
Maybe they didn't boost them. Maybe they didn't boost them back, and they're one of those kind of boosters. They're not really in it for the XP. They're in it for the notice me senpai. That could be it.
It'd be awesome to watch Hugo play Bloodborne or Sekiro someday, getting his thoughts on what works in it and in those games influenced the design of 2016 Eternal. Yeah, I would love to play Bloodborne and
Elden
Sekiro.
Ring is January. Can you even
Yeah.
effing believe that? It's going to come
No, I
out so
cannot.
soon. It's crazy. Can't believe we get the new FromSoft so soon.
I think, in summary, though, from Fortnite to Bloodborne to Hades, what do I take from that and apply to Eternal? And also, I keep saying this, but like from chess to like freaking volleyball, like
I like all these trips that we're taking, these travel. I'm looking at the itinerary. I'm like, oh shit.
it's rules. You know, like it's holding the player accountable. You know, the chalk lines of the experience, and that you must remain inside of that. Like if you, some of the most frustrating moments in a roguelike is when I fucking die and go all the way back to the beginning.
Right.
Like there's so many times where I'm like, God damn it, I wish blah blah blah. Like, you know, like just give me some way for like to avoid this right now, because I was right, you know, I was this far.
Yeah.
And if they did that, those are the rules. Like basically,
Right.
I
it wouldn't
missed.
be that
You
kind
know,
of game. It wouldn't be that
and
kind
it's
of
just
thing.
like even a game like Hades, which mechanically is incredibly accessible, still is fucking has a harsh rule set, dude.
I mean,
if you
it's still,
fucking die, you
not
fucking go back to the beginning.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. You take shit with you, all that good stuff.
But
like,
it's not holding your hand by any means.
no,
Yeah.
not at all.
Yeah.
And even honestly, even like the opening of Ghost of Tsushima is cool, man. It was like first hour, you get fucking killed. You know, you walk up to a dude with a shield, you're like, what's going on here? Like, oh, you got to switch stances. I don't have that stance yet. Well, you're going to die now.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know, I that's what I like about, what do I take from those games? It's just like, I think a good game holds the player accountable. I think frustration is a part of engagement. Can you frustrate the player too much? Yes. Is everything in Doom Eternal or Hades or any of these games implemented perfectly? No. But like, frustration is a part of engagement. You gotta, the idea like, there's this moment where I was frustrated. Fuck this game. It's just like,
I mean, it makes sense though, because think about, have you ever sat down and one shot a game and then you were like, that was the best game I've ever played?
No.
Like, that's not how it works.
No way.
You know what I mean? Like you have to fall down so that when you get back up and you learn why you fell down and avoid doing it, you're like, oh shit, it feels good not to fall down when I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
I absolutely. And when I do play a game like that, I think as your skill requirement goes down, then your content has to go through the roof.
Yeah, absolutely. It has to just be like
blockbuster
shit happening, right?
Well, and just scope, like. Yeah. But even then, I think like a game, you know, like Far Cry, I still have to. But that's my point. Is like, sure, anything goes in Far Cry, but like your content has to go through the roof. Like it's it's a massive open world game with I can fish and hunt and blow shit up and plant mines and, you know, do a gajillion things. So
that makes sense.
It's always
like
kind of the
rules. You got to give somebody something to do, and if it isn't mechanical or gameplay, it has to just be like you said, just straight content of like endless amount of doing the same things in a million different places that make it feel like you're doing something different.
Their trade-off is time. Like I always say, like, okay, they're not, maybe nothing about it is mechanically, you know, too difficult to do, but you got to level up your dude, man. You know what I mean? Like that RPG grind of just like bit by bit going through the world, doing your missions. Yeah. So like they still have, you know, a firm rule set. I can't really bypass the grind, you know, like, and the grind is where the fun is, you know, like,
and they add value to the time, right? Because it's like, this isn't a 10-hour game, this is a 100-hour game all of a sudden, right?
And as soon as that's their fun zone, you know, like they follow you in, and now I'm fishing, and now I'm completing their tasks, and oh shit, fishing's fun, and oh fuck, this one lake that had all this fish steered me into this one mission where there was this one thing, like that, you know, their fun zone is different than ours, but it's still it still asks something of me, the player.
Yeah. And it still has those carrots, even if the carrot is like a loot crate or whatever the hell it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely.
So we take, you know, we learn a lot from all the games, for sure. We like games, of course. That's why we make them.
Games is be good. All right. Well,
what else? A few more questions, maybe one or two?
Sure, yeah. So LooseNut2024 on Twitch says, Hugo/Josh, have you guys seen the 100% Nightmare Ultra Nightmare records? Of course, James Plays lowered it 3 days ago, and now our boy Zamid lowered it twice today. James is trying to bring it back right now. I haven't seen the latest ones. I did see when James broke it. I was about to say a time, and dude, I'm so bad at time at this point. I think it was like a couple weeks ago, maybe it was a month ago. I'm really bad at knowing when that happened because all these weeks are running together. But love to see it, right, Hugo? Love to see this.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know, and I know whenever we do an update, and if we fix a bug that you guys were relying on, our apologies. We're not doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
So, but we love the speedrunners. Love you guys. By the way, I had a conversation about that again today, and basically, and Josh knows this better than anybody, there are like hundreds of bugs that get reported and triaged, like many hundreds. So, like one of those may screw up a speed run strat. It's kind of a needle in a haystack. Like to comb through all of that and consider like, wait, somebody might be, you know. So our apologies when it happens. Know that we don't do it on purpose. No, but we love the speedrunners. We gotta
100%.
We gotta check out those streams.
For sure.
Cool. Well, is this it?
I think this is it. Only because if we just if we pause now, right, we come back 7 days from now, which is going to feel like tomorrow, and then we do it all over again with Art Complex, and maybe even have some more deets we can drop in, sprinkle in.
Yeah, Josh and I will talk to marketing and Marty and see what run it by them, when and what we could say.
Yeah.
So tune in next week, and we'll have something for you maybe.
It sounds good.
And listen, we've had 5-6 hour streams here, so I don't feel bad about a under 2 hour stream.
It kind of feels
That's,
nice. I mean, it's like you know, you're just getting back into it. It's like
That's right.
You grab that brisk iced tea, you just down 2 liters, and now you got to go to the bathroom. You got to run around. You got to do something else for a minute, right?
That's right.
Okay.
That is that's it. Cool.
We did what we came to do. We had fun.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much, and we will see you next time in the world of middle-aged gaming.
That's right. Welcome back in 7 days. If we're still alive, we'll be here. We hope that you are too. We love you guys. We'll see you 7 days from now, same place, same channel for Art Complex Master Level. Big Gen X energy. Hugo playing with an inverted controller on Nightmare. Let's go. See you then.
That's right.
Later.
See you guys later.